And good evening, high school basketball fans. Welcome in to ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of the Benedictine Cadets as the Cadets get set to take on the new Hampstead Phoenix. Both these teams, Benedictine has beaten New Hampstead once this season, an overtime finish by a couple points, and now both fighting for the de facto region championship here in the regular season. Last game of the regular season, rescheduled game as well, but obviously insanely important for both these teams as you try and gain momentum into the postseason with the region tournament coming up here soon. But Benedictine with possession here, they throw it away in the half court in the first 20 seconds. But Cam, obviously this game really important. You have the regular season region championship on the line for both these teams, and really all about top seeding in the region tournament and carrying momentum into that as well.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, the first time they played, they went into overtime. So I'm expecting a good one tonight. You hear the energy in here. The stands is jumping as, New Hampstead gets on the board first. But, I mean, the energy is here tonight. We're looking for a close game tonight. Of course, we've seen that the last couple of weeks for high school game day. So I'm expecting something big.
Absolutely. And from three, that is Caleb Jones there from the corner to open up scoring for Benedictine. But 3-2, though, you saw a shot hit by Oliver Hoffman, who we saw New Hampstead a few weeks ago. He came off the bench. He's earned himself a starting job with the Phoenix here with all that hustle play that we saw a few weeks ago. And he scores the first couple points for New Hampstead. That, I believe there was Talon Dratry there finishing in the lane for the Phoenix.
Absolutely. Both teams are coming out running. You see, the Phoenix in kind of like a 1-2-2 man-to-man match. They're matching energy. They're playing good defense, and Benedictine's coming out playing, just patient basketball. But it's going to be a close game tonight. I can already tell.
Absolutely. Thrown away there again. So a couple turnovers here early by Benedictine, and that a double dribble. That a little surprising to me. Didn't think he had possession when
I don't know about
he was initially quote-unquote dribbling the basketball, but either way, that's going to be a turnover right after the turnover by Benedictine. So the Cadets get it back here. It's Christian Neely dribbling to the half court with a crossover move, throws it back out to the right, now resetting here with Jones at the top. And that's a steal away by New Hampstead. Phoenix on the break here. They go to finish, almost finishes it there with the foul. That was Talon Daughtry there with a quick steal, breakaway, layup, and some contact, ends up hitting that one out. But either way, a lot of kind of turnovers and defensive showing out by the Phoenix here early, but something we haven't seen a ton of. And talking to Kevin, who's doing the radio broadcast, he hasn't seen turning over the basketball here early for both these teams, really, but especially for the Cadets.
Well, a lot of nerves this game. Like you said, it's a region regular season. We don't want to say postseason, but regular season championship on the line. A lot of things are at stake for both teams. So you're going to see a couple of turnovers come out, kind of get the nerves settle in. All big games, there's nerves and turnovers by teams, but the Phoenix is kind of doing what we saw them do a couple of weeks ago, where turning over the ball and creating points on the offensive end.
I hear you. Yeah, a missed shot there in the lane by Benedictine, but they get the rebound. That's going to be a travel there at the top by Caleb Jones. Kind of picked up his dribble after chasing it down. And one of the first lessons you learn, especially in high school basketball, or they try to ingrain in your head, don't pick up your dribble unless you know exactly where you're going next with the ball. But that got him caught there at the top of the key. And this again is Daughtry with a floater. It's kind of the same exact spot as before in the lane, and he has a 7-3 quick lead for New Hampstead.
Definitely this is a fast-paced game. I can expect this to be kind of like the mid-60s, maybe like low 70s. This is going to be a fast-scoring game, but both teams are coming out with the energy. You can tell it's a lot of pressure on the line. Like you said, a regular season region championship on the line.
That's Daughtry there with the foul. He's very involved in the start of this basketball game for New Hampstead, and solid defense there, but the foul, breakaway. Or not the breakaway, tipped away there by New Hampstead at first, but Neely stays with it, finishes it in the lane, and the foul. So trying to get that old school three-point play here with Neely at the line.
Yeah, we're in for a good one tonight, PJ. Both teams coming out with energy. As we see, Benedictine making a couple of subs, but we're in for a good one tonight. The crowd's rocking for both sides. You see the New Hampstead sideline over there. They got a couple of fans here tonight, so it's not too much of a road game. But, I mean, we're in for a good one tonight.
Absolutely. I have Neely here at the line. First opportunity for a free throw from Benedictine, and he hits that one. So 7-6, a steal away by Benedictine, and finishing that is number 45. And I don't have a 45 on my roster. I'll have to talk to Kevin Thomas about that real quick. But we have New Hampstead missing it, and Benedictine getting down, picking up the ball.
Wow.
That was interesting, right? You have Graydon Gustinella, with the steal and the finish there down low for Benedictine. So Gustinella there, number 45 for you. But, yeah, you have that. He gets possession, stands up, and, an interesting call there with the travel. So Daughtry back here at the top. And tipped away by Benedictine. Can he get it before it goes out of bounds? He can't. That's Layden Bryant with the quick hands there. And both teams, these defenses making each other uncomfortable here early.
Oh, absolutely. You're seeing Benedictine in the man-to-man right now. On the other end, New Hampstead's in the zone, man-to-man, all different types of defenses. But, I mean, you got to credit both teams. The energy is there. This is what you want to see in big games like this. This is playoff implications, region, tournament implications as well. You want to see both teams go at it tonight, and we're going to see that. Both teams, they're also scoring, too. It's 8-7 before the 4-minute mark, and we haven't seen that the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, seen a lot of patient basketball, especially early in the game, as you have New Hampstead now with the out-of-bounds play, and that's going to be a 5-second violation on New Hampstead there on Darian Sewell. Just couldn't find anybody. So, like I said, the pressure has been big so far by both these teams, by both defenses, and certainly feeling the impact of that offensively for both teams. But here is Neely dribbling over to his coach and getting some instruction there before he takes the cross half-court, driving in the lane.
Nice.
Takes it all the way himself and finishes down low. Benedictine comes storming back for the 10-7 lead here and now locked up. Did he step out of bounds, or is that a jump ball? I believe that's actually going to be a timeout there by the coach before they lost possession. So New Hampstead retains the ball here. 10-7 lead for Benedictine halfway through the first quarter. Let's hear from Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings here on ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
And back here with ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. New Hampstead does it, get it in. This is Daughtry again running the point here over to Taranio Bias. Bias looking for something as the offense kind of sets itself up. Crosses over, almost loses his footing, but able to control it, drive in, gets it blocked from behind there by Ladon Bryant. And they call a foul, or is that going to be clean? It looks like they're going to call a foul there on Bryant. And coming over the back there through the body to get the block, but still, hey, if you're going to foul a guy, make sure he doesn't hit it, right?
Oh, absolutely. You don't want him to get an and one the old-fashioned way. But if you're New Hampstead, you don't want this game to get out the way. They're kind of speeding you up. They're playing a man-to-man run and jump, where if that guy doesn't get the steal, the other guy comes and rotates. And it's just to speed you up and create turnovers. You don't want that to happen if you're New Hampstead. If you're Benedictine, you want to stick to the game plan. You started off kind of slow, and then now the game sped up. You got the crowd into it. So you want to get this win, but you want to extend the lead.
And Bias misses that one. I guess, was that a 1-and-1 of some kind? That was
weird.
That was odd. He didn't hit the shot, and then he takes one free throw, and that's it. So
maybe a miscommunication by the refs, but he was definitely shooting, and they're not in the bonus. You would think he would have got 2 free throw shots.
I don't know if I just missed one or something. I don't.
No, we didn't miss one. Maybe a little home cooking is going on right now.
I don't know. That seemed odd. Neely there with a jump shot from just inside the three-point line, and he hits. 12-7. The Benedictine lead now. On a 10-0 scoring run here are the Cadets. This is Sewell driving it in. Gets it over
That's a bad
to the
shot.
block, and a tough shot there by Zion Griffin ends up falling short.
Well, New Hampstead's been able to break the press, but when they break it, they don't know what to do in the half court set. They're not executing once they break the press and get past half court. That's something the coach is going to have to talk to them about at the end of the first quarter or at halftime, but they got to clean that up if they want to win.
The little floater missed there by Hampton, but that's Neely able to clean it up down low and hit the two. And excuse us, our camera, trying to work with our camera here. 1 second as we get back to it here. You have Neely up top in the half court, crossing the half court, now over to Jones on the left. Gets it down low, and New Hampstead comes away with a steal. And that's Zion Griffin able to finish on the break for New Hampstead. And New Hampstead able to get their first points here in a while and bring it back within 14-9. The lead now 14-9. For Benedictine. Neely at the top of the key here, dribbling around, letting the offense work. Trying to get this camera back to you here. Our apologies about that, but trying to keep you in the action. Toronto Bias ties up. Ladon Bryant as Bryant came away with the rebound. And we're going to have some substitutions here. And New Hampstead back to it. You have the Phoenix working things around. Kicking out to the side. That's Zion Griffin for three. No good. And that's going to be a foul over the back there on New Hampstead, or on Benedictine, excuse me. New Hampstead will retain possession. And back up to the top. This is Sewell stopping short. Pulls up for two. No good. And tipped back out to a mid-range shot. Another mid-range shot. That one, Yeomans, as it misses and goes away. Benedictine retains possession here. He gets possession. Dribbling down low and trying to hit the shot. That's no good. You have big number 32 down low, Alexander, and blocked by Sewell. New Hampstead pushing the break here. Yeah, Sewell pushing it over to the right side there to Hoffman. Hoffman down low to Zion Griffin. Pump fakes the three. Drives down baseline and he's fouled. Does not hit the shot. So New Hampstead.
If you're New Hampstead, you need more of that. You need more of that. Just pump fake, get to the rack, get it easy.
And we're back here with you again. Our apologies there. One of those technological situations, trying to figure things out on the fly.
We're in 2022. It happens.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It happens.
That's it. Now the Cadets in the lane there. That's Thomas Blackshear trying to finish, and a couple offensive rebounds there by Benedictine before it's blocked away by New Hampstead. And New Hampstead going to be able to retain possession after Toronto Bias throws it off of Benedictine defenders. So huge block there by number 4, Jonah Kupik for the Phoenix. And with 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Phoenix will try and cut into this Benedictine lead.
And we're seeing Benedictine kind of bounce back and get back into like a half court, man. I guess they want to conserve energy towards the end of the first quarter. But I mean, New Hampstead, you still have to execute in the half court set, and they haven't been able to do that so far.
And this is Blackshear coming away with the ball. Nice strip of Kupik as he was able to gain possession there, and back over to Neely. Now slowing it down a little bit. This is Blackshear at the top. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Would not be surprised at all if they hold for the last shot. 15 seconds to go now. Just throwing it around at the half-court line here. This is Jones for Benedictine. Caleb Jones, who hit the three in the corner early. Goes behind the back, pulls up from three. The bank, no good. Tipped back up, rimmed out, no good again. And that's how the quarter will end. Benedictine leading this one 14-9 as we end the first here. And, a frantic finish, and pretty much was that way the whole quarter, as these defenses are really getting after each other.
Yeah, this was the most exciting first quarter we've had maybe in the past couple of weeks. It's been kind of slow-paced first quarters these past couple of weeks. Both teams are coming out. They're running. They're playing good offense. If you're New Hampstead, you want to finish in the half. Joey and all quarter, you're missing free throws. And if you're Benedictine, you want to keep doing what you're doing, but just, make the simple plays, make the simple passes and easy shots, and you'll be going home with a W.
Absolutely. And going to keep it here with us as, again, had that odd situation there at the end of the first quarter with the camera and whatnot, so trying to recover from that. But at the end of the day, the Cadets leading this one 14-9 as we head into the second quarter. And like you said, the defenses have been huge for these two teams. And at the end of the day, you'd like to see New Hampstead kind of cut into that a little bit. You have the 12-point run there by Benedictine in the middle of the first quarter. New Hampstead comes back, gets a couple of turnovers, gets a couple of points off it. We'll see if they can build off that momentum here in the second quarter, because if they don't, BC could run away with it.
Oh, absolutely. But if you're New Hampstead, if you hit your free throws, you're winning this game right now. They left a lot of money on the table, maybe missed 5 to 6 free throws in that first quarter. You hit half of those, you're down maybe 1 or 2 points. You hit all of them, you're up in this game, regardless of how bad you played in that first quarter. But credit to both teams. They're coming out, they're playing. This is a tough game. This is a playoff game, not a regular season game. And we're seeing it off the rip, 14-9. I mean, it sounds low scoring, but that's a high scoring game compared to what we've been accustomed to these past couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I've seen a lot of patient offenses and really extremely good defenses in the half court over the past couple weeks for sure. Chris Jones with the three. That one too short. The Blackshear with a rebound gets it back over to Jones. Jones taking it back out, though, and throwing it around here, the arc, as they're looking for some free space. Neely with the three himself. No good. And this is Ion Griffin coming away with it. Griffin pushing it into the half court and slowing things down here as he gets it over to Yeomans.
I mean, one thing I'm liking about both offenses, they're getting the shots that they necessarily want, especially BC on that end. But, I mean, look at the shots that Phoenix is getting. Just kind of tough shots right there. But, I mean, for the most part, they're scrapping and playing hard.
Kupik with the big rebound, kind of over the top, but didn't use his body, so no foul called on him. But the putback was no good. Benedictine comes away with a rebound 1 minute into the third quarter here with a 14-9 lead still for the Cadets. This is Neely, drives in, finds a man down low. Great pass, like you said. Even better finish by Makai Hampton, finding room down low. And once he got it, there was no hesitation. He was going straight up with it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good pass. Way to find your big man on the low block. He had him sealed, made the easy pass, and got an easy bucket.
Yeoman struggles in, kicks out to Sewell. No good, a little bit too strong. And Bias couldn't come away with a rebound. Neely with a pass over to Jones, kicked away by New Hampstead. So Benedictine going to keep possession here, as you have Oliver Hoffman coming back in the ball game here for the Phoenix, as Kupik goes and takes a rest there on the bench. But now 16-9 here for Benedictine. And you have Jamel Maynard coming back in the ball game for the Cadets, as he passes it in up to the top here with Caleb Jones. Swinging it around now to Neely. And you see Benedictine, as we get further into this game, being a little bit more patient with their half-court sets here as well.
Absolutely, but they're feeding Neely and feeding that low post. They're going through the low post right now. That's 2 back-to-back buckets down there, down low. You like to see the patience. Get the ball to the low post, get a high percentage shot, then on the other end, come and lock up.
Geronimo Bias with the long three, no good. Chris Jones gets the rebound and gets away with it. I mean, he spun a few times there and was able to retain possession. Had a couple moments where he thought he could have lost it, but stays with it. And you had the guard come away with a rebound. Obviously, it's that old adage, right? Long shot, long rebound. That one came all the way out to the half court. Chris Jones with a long three of his own, and he hits it. That 3-4 feet behind the line. Chris Jones for three, and New Hampstead going to take a timeout and talk about it. They're down 21-9 as Benedictine goes on another run of their own here. 7-0 run to start the third quarter. Let's come back after we hear a quick word from Geechie Rootz.
Joey and Naomi Shokes. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger Outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger Outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
And welcome back. ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Certainly appreciate Geechie Rootz and all they do for ESPN's high school basketball here, and certainly appreciate you joining in and watching. Benedictine, the Cadets, up 21-9 here over New Hampstead, already with a win over the Phoenix in region play. If they win this one, regular season championship, you get the 1 seed in the region playoffs, as well as basketball. Not just one of these, sports where you win the region championship, automatically go into the state playoffs, right? Got to play through the region tournament as well. And certainly looking forward to seeing how that fares for not only Benedictine, but obviously a lot of these regions from around the area are going to be really exciting here in about a week.
That's one thing they need to fix when it comes to high school basketball. Ask me why I said that. Ask me that later why I think that. I think if you win, out of bounds.
Blocked away. Big block there. Pilot on Brian Antaranio Bias as New Hampstead, then Bias retains possession there, steps out of bounds, though, and gives it away to Benedictine. So the Cadets taking this momentum in a huge way and carrying on with it out of the timeout.
And now we're seeing New Hampstead kind of getting the full court man, just to pressure the point guard to speed them up a little bit. But, I mean, he has a nice handle on them right now. They've been running the game through Neely the entire game through the point, and they're trying to get that ball through the low post. They're probably going to give it back to him. There it goes.
There's big number 32, Alexander, and that's a tie up there by Sewell. So Alexander and Sewell tie up there, and it looks like possession arrow is going to go over to New Hampstead. So big possession there by the Phoenix, but there's no doubt about it. You got to score here. You got to start scoring, down 21-9 here, and Benedictine on a 7-point run. You've got to take advantage of this turnover.
Oh, absolutely. You haven't really scored much since the first, 2 minutes of the first quarter, and you're shooting a lot of long threes on the road. These are not your rims. You got to get to the rack and get some easy buckets.
And a pass over finish by Ladon Bryant on the break, pushes it to 23-9, the lead here for the Cadets. Still pressing without full court as well. Geronimo Bias throws it away, but tipped out of bounds by Christian Neely. Couldn't corral it in there. So Bias ready to throw this one back in for the Phoenix. You have a couple substitutes coming in for the Cadets, keeping everybody fresh with Caleb Jones and Thomas Blackshear coming back in the ballgame. This
absolutely might get out of hand soon if they can't score. It's looking like they might not be able to score this second quarter. I don't want to jinx them, but they haven't been able to score in a while. Let's just put it like that. It's getting out of hand for the Phoenix.
Ronnie Bias with a crossover behind the back, not able to come up with a 2-point shot, though. And Benedictine coming back with possession. Up 23-9 here. Possession arrow their way also. So if it's a jump ball, it's going back to Benedictine. Neely at the top. Now Blackshear at the top. Passing that back over here to Makai Hampton. Slowing things down, just trying to burn this clock and find good shots. Blackshear pulls up from 3 at the top of the key. He misses, but Neely, the big guard in there, comes in with a rebound at the right time, just kind of volleyball taps it in. And it's up to 25-9, the lead here for Benedictine.
Yeah, I mean, Benedictine, they just come out with more energy this second quarter. Just way more energy. What are they on, 11-0 in the run now? I mean, it's getting out of hand. New Hampstead can't really find a quality shot. That's a bad shot, but he made the shot. Credit to him.
It was a solid pass there, but yes, Oliver Hoffman comes up and stops the bleeding a little bit for New Hampstead with the big 3. That his second shot of the night, and now 25-12 here, 13-point lead for Benedictine. Over to Caleb Jones, and just working their way around the half court, trying to find that room. This is Hampton driving in, gets blocked by the rim, and Truhl comes away with the rebound. This is Rashawn Truhl, the young guy who we saw come in the ball game against Jenkins, hit some big threes for New Hampstead. Maybe he can be a spark. Hoffman down low, but he's blocked and fouled there by LaDon Bryant. And a little slow getting up, but he looks good to go here. 3:07 to go in the ball game, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. As if he was able to go straight up with that would have been great, but had to come down with it, go back up. Either way, gets fouled, goes to the line for 2. But a great pass there down low to find Hoffman.
No, that was a great pass. This is something that's what they needed. But can they hit free throws? That's been the story of the first quarter. They weren't able to hit free throws. Now let's see if he can sink some.
And there you go. A missed first one there for Oliver Hoffman, kind of right on cue with what we've seen. And a bunch of subs coming in the ball game here. You have Daughtry coming back in for the Phoenix. Sewell coming back in the ball game. Zion Griffin as well. So the starters coming back in here for the Phoenix. And there it is. Oliver Hoffman able to hit that one. And he has the last 4 points for New Hampstead, but still down 25-13.
Absolutely. If you're the Phoenix, one way you're going to get in this ball game is by making free throws. But credit to BC, they're moving the ball around. Even though that's a turnover maybe, they're moving the ball around and getting good shots. But New Hampstead, they have to make something of this possession. You got to turn over and make something of it.
Almost a steal there by Blackshear, but Hoffman able to retain possession. Gets it back here from Sewell. He drives it in. Wild there with the finish and tipped away. Back in the Benedictine's hands. We'll see, though. There's a foul on somebody. And it looks like a foul on Benedictine, and that's how they got the ball back. So a wild sequence of events there with the ball getting batted everywhere, and Benedictine comes away with a foul. This one,
bad pass. That might be a clear path.
We'll see. Yeah, that one thrown away by New Hampstead as Caleb Jones gets to the basketball first and was kind of grabbed behind before he really got to the basketball. So we'll see what happens. We'll see about this conversation. And like you said, I can't see this not being a clear path foul. He was the only one.
Yep, there goes the clear path right there. I mean,
yeah, okay.
That was a bad pass for one. If you're New Hampstead, you don't want to throw that in the backcourt and not make sure that your guard cannot get the ball. But that's definitely a clear path foul. And if you're BC, you take advantage of this, and you get some extra free points on the board.
Right, no, for sure. And I can't, like you said, can't see how that wasn't.
Oh, this
and
is loud in here.
Free throw. Oh, absolutely. You have the student section going crazy. The cadet crazies there, rightfully named for the student section there for Benedictine. And we kind of have a Cameron Indoor type vibe with this gym. Everything kind of sucked in close together. And it certainly lets the noise echo off the walls pretty well. So
absolutely, it's rocking it here.
Yeah, for sure. A couple hit free throws there by Caleb Jones, and Benedictine will retain possession after the big foul there by New Hampstead.
I mean, how beautiful is it to play a game like this on your home court, knowing you have fans like this and your crowd behind you to win a big game and capture a region championship for the regular season. Absolutely,
and building off that, using that momentum, and building a 14-point lead here for the Benedictine Cadets. This pass over to Luke Croman. Hawk now back up to the top of Blackshear. Blackshear throws it away. This is Sewell now. Throws it back to the top to Daughtry. He misses the free throw there. Geronimo Bias couldn't come away with it, and Benedictine does. Caleb Jones stopped for 3 on the break, and he hits it.
He's hit a couple of big ones tonight.
He's hit some huge threes. That's his third of the evening. And if you're going to stop on the break for a 3, you better hit it, or you're going to get an earful from the coach. But Jones having a huge game this evening.
Oh, this might get out of hand.
Yeah, New Hampstead not able to stop the bleeding. A timeout here for Benedictine after they come away with the rebound. The Cadets leading this one 30-13 with 1:45 left to go in the first half. We'll come back after we hear a quick word from Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
Back ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery here with you from the campus of the Benedictine Cadets. Cadets leading this one 30-13 over the New Hampstead Phoenix so far with 1:45 left to go in the first half. And they have possession here, almost thrown away. Travis Blackshear able to get it back, but he's been getting harassed by the New Hampstead Phoenix. Now throws it away himself. Back up to Taranio Bias. Bias pushes it up to Daughtry. Daughtry loses control of it, though, and Blackshear gets it back for Benedictine. Swings it back up to half court and throws it out of bounds. So, man, that last 30 seconds of play here, I feel like kind of describes the whole night, as it's just been wild. It's been all over the place.
Crazy sequence of basketball right there. If you're New Hampstead right now, though, Benedictine doesn't have their starters in. So you have to take advantage of this. You're down 17. You want to try to go into the half at least down 13, 12 points. And you can cut it right here.
Yep.
You stop the clock. You cut it right here. Hit some free throws when you haven't been able to do that tonight. I want to say you're 1-6. 1-7, you hit these 2 free throws, you're down 15, get a stop, maybe come get a bucket. You're down 13, 12 points going into the half, and it's a manageable game. But you miss these, they come down and score, you're looking at 19, 20 points.
Yeah, no, for sure. Darian Sewell, I think, noticing exactly what you talked about there with the New Hampstead starters in, the backups, some of the backups in, giving the rest for Benedictine, as Sewell went straight to the rack. There was no indecision there. He was going right to the basket once he got the ball. And able to hit that first free throw. We'll see how he comes away with this one. Could cut the lead in half, and he does. 30-15, the lead now for Benedictine. He pushes back over here to Christian Neely. Dribbling it back up, double team there at the top, but he throws it over to Hampton. And Hampton
get some turnovers.
Dribbles it away there into New Hampstead's hands. That was Sewell with the steal. Now Taranio Bias drives into the lane, looking to his left with the left hand, and the finish is no good.
Over the back.
Over the back foul there on Daughtry, I believe. And trying to, he lost position there to the big man and then tried to recover. And listen, I know from experience, you got a guy who's that much bigger than you. He's going to come away with the rebound.
Oh, yeah, you got to let him just take that. It wasn't an offensive rebound for him. Oh, that's a nice
But Daughtry comes back, steals this one. Can he finish it as you have Neely
just
coming
like
in
that,
from behind?
13-point game.
Yeah.
Right there. You hit those free throws, you get a steal, and then you could possibly get a stop right here and cut it to 11 to 10 points. Just like that, you're back in the game.
30-17, the lead for Benedictine. But this kind of three-quarter court press by New Hampstead forces the timeout. The turnover.
This is the
by
run
Benedictine.
you want. If you're New Hampstead, this is the run you want. They put in some subs, and they took their starters out. Maybe kept the starter or two in. Some guys that's not used to playing high leverage moments like that. You got to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter who's on the court, and you took advantage. Now you're down 13. You can cut it to 11 to 10 points right here.
This is Darian Sewell. 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And I don't think you'll be holding for the last shot here. You want all the points you can get as fast as possible. Oliver Hoffman with a three. That one's short. But Daughtry comes away with a rebound. Yeomans gets it back over to Zion Griffin. Griffin misses the shot, but gets his own rebound and finishes with the floater. 10 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 30-19, the lead for Benedictine. This is Neely who throws it away again.
Just like that. Look at the momentum change. You hit free throws, you're back in the ball game. You're just down 11, and you got 4 seconds to cut it to single digits.
That's it. 4 seconds to go. This is Yeomans here trying to break the press. Does with a running three. He misses that one. But 30-19, the lead here for Benedictine. And as much as you might say that they like that lead going into the break here, it was 30-13 just a few minutes ago. So, Zion Griffin, Darian Sewell, a few of these New Hampstead players able to cut into that, and that defensive pressure was huge at the end of the half for New Hampstead. So it's very rare you go in with 11-point lead and say, guys, what were we doing? What's going on here? But I think you kind of would hear that from Benedictine in the locker room if you were in there right now.
Yeah, if you're BC, one thing I just do not like about certain things, if your offense is rolling, don't mess up the momentum. Let those guys play. Don't mess up the momentum. Don't mess up the flow of the game. Taking those starters out kind of messed up the flow of the game. I know it was a minute 25 left, but look what could happen in a minute 25. New Hampstead goes on their own, personal 6 overrun. Could have been a 7-8 overrun and cut it to single digits. Luckily, it's just 11 points. You're still up by 11. You're going into the half up 11 in the big game. But if you're BC, you got to keep those stars in and let them flow. And we're not trying to rest people tonight. We're trying to win this game so we can win the region regular season region championship and get nice seeding into the playoffs. And if you're New Hampstead, you started off bad, but at the end of the half, you're going into the half with momentum. If I'm the coach for the Phoenix right now, I'm like, guys, I don't know what to say about the first and second quarter. All I know is that last minute and 25 seconds, we're going to the halftime with momentum.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, that was certainly interesting to see as you have the trickle down effect from that as the game goes on and New Hampstead ramps up the pressure. So some scoring for you here. 3 threes for Caleb Jones on the evening as he leads Benedictine in scoring, tied with Christian Neely actually with 11. Caleb Jones with 11, Christian Neely with 11. And then you have LaDon Bryant there with 4 of his own, Makai Hampton with 2, and Thomas Blackshear with 2. I think I might have accidentally called him Travis Blackshear a couple times. Of course, his brother who played their football for a few years, obviously was fantastic for the Cadets. So my apologies there. But either way, so some big scoring there, especially for Neely, and from Caleb Jones for the Benedictine Cadets. You want to talk about New Hampstead? You have Daughtry there, Tolan Daughtry with 7 points as the leading scorer. Oliver Hoffman with 6 points of his own. Zion Griffin coming away with 4. And Darian Sewell with a couple big free throws in the second quarter there with 2 points on the evening. And as you talked about from the free throw line, Benedictine right now 2 of 3, New Hampstead 4 of 9. So Darian Sewell, he got some back there and made that a little bit better. But either way, 4 of 9 from the free throw line, you got to come away with those. And if they do, that's 5 more points. You're only down by 6 at that point.
Yeah, if you even hit just half of those free throws, you're still down single digits. So if you cut that in half, that's 2.5, 3 points that you just left on the table. If you do Hampstead, you have to make these free throws in big games. That's what coaches go into the locker room. They tell you before the game, a championship team hit free throws. Good teams, they just go out there and play and, dribble the ball and get fouled and maybe hit them occasionally. But if you're going to be a championship team and you're trying to win big games, you have to hit free throws if you do Hampstead. And if you're BC, just keep doing what you're doing. You're not getting to the free throw line a lot, but outside of the last minute and 25 seconds of that second quarter, you were absolutely perfect. You're getting past defenders. Your guards are beating their guards off the dribble and just getting to the right dribble penetration, getting easy buckets at the rim, and then you're able to kind of get on the fast break, get out. And like we said, we've seen a couple of threes go in for BC as well. It's kind of fast-paced offense. You want to keep it that way. You don't want to get slowed down. Play your pace of basketball, and you get out of here with a W.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see what team is able to do exactly that as we wind down here and look forward to a huge second half as New Hampstead building some momentum there late in the second quarter. Especially, talk about this, man, that three-quarter court press was huge for the Phoenix. And we saw both defenses getting after and coming away with some big turnovers early in the ball game. But then Benedictine kind of found a rhythm. That switch to the three-quarter press, and then you have, the double team in the corner if they did come over the half court with Benedictine. That stifled the Cadets, and at the end of the day, they came away with some huge steals. New Hampstead came away with some huge steals from that. Once they ramped that up, that was huge.
Absolutely. Giving them something they haven't seen all game. Okay, we're going to wait to the last minute and a half, 2 minutes to give you something you haven't seen all game so we can confuse you. I think they've been in the wrong defense, maybe playing full court man against this team. I don't think that because they're beating your guards off the dribble. No disrespect to your guards, but these guards are good as well. It's hard to guard people man-to-man full court, but they got in kind of a 2-2-1 or 1-2-2 press where guys can stay stationary and trap and rotate. And if they benefited that at the end of the half, and they was able to create turnovers and just, get on the fast break and make scores. We saw them win against Jenkins a few weeks ago where they was winning off of their defense. They was getting steals, creating turnovers, and getting easy fast break buckets.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to continue that in the second half here. As the Phoenix got to mount quite a comeback. You have a 6-0 run there to end the second quarter, but still down 30-19 to the Benedictine Cadets in this de facto regular season region championship game before they get set for the region tournament coming up here next week. But we'll come back. Want to hear from our sponsors here on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week, of course, and then we'll come back here after halftime is done with the Cadets leading New Hampstead 30-19. But first, want to hear from Cash and Carry here on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Joey and Naomi Shokes. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
Grainger Honda, Savannah's only a now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com. We'll come back in just a few minutes here with the start of the second quarter between Benedictine and New Hampstead. And welcome back. It's ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery here with you from the campus of the Benedictine Cadets. Benedictine leading this one 30-19 as we start the second half here in just a few seconds. But New Hampstead finished that second quarter on a 6-0 run. Pressure by the defense caused some big turnovers there, and they came away with points. So we'll see if Benedictine can hone it back in here a little bit and recover from those quick points there to finish off the first half by New Hampstead. This is Neely getting it down to the block there to Alexander. Alexander misses that one. And New Hampstead comes away with the break before they throw that one away. Alexander with the steal. Chris Jones now the ball handler here for Benedictine. Geronimo Bias harassing him, but the spin by Jones picks up his dribble and misses that mid-range shot, but Alexander fighting for it down low. A couple of shots. Doesn't hit it, but does come away with the foul. So the big man fighting hard, that's Elijah Alexander going to the line for two.
Normally in this game, since BC gets the ball down low, they've been kind of unstoppable. You see them, they get in the low post to get a high percentage shot. We know we saw the miss. For the most part, that's the first miss I've seen since they've been down low. And now they get to the free throw line. Let's see if they can knock down their free throws and kind of, just extend this lead. But you got to knock down free throws in big games.
Absolutely. The big man misses the first one there. We'll see how he can do here with 7:29 left to play as we just get into the second half. Hits that one, 31-19. The lead now for Benedictine as Elijah Alexander hits one of two.
Yeah, I mean, if you're BC, you'll take 1 or 2 from your big man. But if you're New Hampstead right now, you have to execute and get a bucket. Made a bad turnover on the fast break that could have led you to points. Now let's get a bucket and, cut through this lead.
Geronimo Bias back over to Hoffman. Hoffman for three, and he hits that one.
There you go.
That's a second three of the ball game here for Oliver Hoffman.
We spoke about him a few weeks ago where I say he's more of he's a glue guy. That's a guy you want on the team. He just does the little things that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. But he's showing up on the stat sheet today. He cut the lead earlier today, and then he cuts it again to, cut it to a single deficit game now.
Chris Jones here, and defense at the top there by Geronimo Bias. He comes away with a foul on that one. And a lot of people on the New Hampstead side of things are very unhappy with that foul
push
call.
Off. Yeah. He might want to watch that push off next time because the ref will call it. He's working the ref right now.
Chris Jones stuck in the corner here, triple team, but he gets that one away. And the kickball there by Zion Griffin. And an interesting moment there where Hoffman loses his shoe. It gets thrown off the court. So that always a fun moment when you see it. What happens after someone loses a shoe, right? You had a big three by, who was that, Mike Miller in the finals forever ago?
Yeah, it was. Back in 2012.
Yeah, that's it. And one there by Christian Neely with a great pass down low by Chris Jones. And he hits the layup there, contacts, and comes away with the two. So Christian Neely here at the line trying to make a big three-point play.
As far as height differential, the height is kind of the same on the court, but for some reason, BC is just being able to, just dominate down low. They're getting down low, and they're finishing at the rim each and every time. On the flip side, we haven't really seen New Hampstead get to the rack and finish at the rim. It's been a lot of threes, kind of mid-range jumpers, getting out on fast breaks. Something's got to change on this New Hampstead defense if they plan on winning this game because they're not having good interior defense right now.
Christian Neely pushes it back up to 12, and Chris Jones comes away with the steal. This is down to Blackshear, and that one kicked away by New Hampstead. As quick on the break there as Makai Hampton got the pass down there to Blackshear before it was kicked away by the Phoenix. So you have LaDon Bryant back in the ball game here for the Phoenix. Ready to go, and you have Jamal Maynard coming back in here for Benedictine as well. Bryant gets it back in, but that one tipped away. Bryant gets it back, throws it off the bottom of the rim. New Hampstead comes away with it. This is Zion Griffin rushing down into the lane. Doesn't come away with that one, but luckily it's Darian Sewell as he comes away with the tip and the putback there for two. So back to a 10-point lead here for Benedictine. With New Hampstead trying to scratch and claw their way back in the ballgame. Lost that one, and New Hampstead comes away with it again. This is Yeomans, but that's stripped by Chris Jones. Just straight taken out of the hands of Yeomans. He's pushing it down the break. Down to Hampton. Hampton with a lot of contact, but misses that one. Solid defense there by Oliver Hoffman, but still he was straight up. He was straight up, right?
That's the 3-on-2 drill you run at practice where you finish on the fast break, and they just couldn't execute.
Sewell all the way around the world, but still goes in. And a big three by Darian Sewell cuts the lead to 7, 34-27.
Yeah, it's becoming a close game. Now you're seeing New Hampstead coming in that full court press again. And I just don't know if I like that defense, but it's creating havoc right now. It's creating a lot of havoc for them.
And Benedictine, wow, okay, we have a reversal on the call. I'm pretty surprised by that, but a pretty quick reversal either way. Benedictine going to keep possession here as the call is that it was tipped out by New Hampstead. I'm not sure. I thought that could have gone either way. I don't know if it was just the angle that I had or what, but either way, Benedictine going to keep possession here and throwing it back up to the top here to Christian Neely.
Well, that's what you benefit from getting home. Yeah, I mean, you're playing at home. You should get a little cooking every now and then. You're playing at home in the big game. It was a bang-bang play, so you just go ahead and give BC the ball. Let them have this possession. New Hampstead to get that next one. If I'm the coach, I'm working the ref saying, okay, they got that one, so we're going to get the next one, right?
Well, I'd be working them too because you don't normally see that quick of a, I called this, and then
refs
and then all of a sudden, I called this. My fault. I called this way. So, interesting moment there. Like you said, I'd be working the ref a little bit too. Chris Jones,
That's the offensive foul we was talking about.
And that was big because during that last possession, you have the off-the-ball foul on Yeomans. Yeomans talks to the ref and says, hey, he's pushing off a little bit. Could you watch that? Right after that, Jones gets the ball, pushes off, and the foul gets called there for Yeomans. So, like you said, the conversation was with the ref. It doesn't always have to be yelling at him. It's talking about what's going on and saying, hey, can you look out for this?
Yep, you can get away. Wow.
Oliver Hoffman for three. Misses that one. Tried to bank it in. Taranio Bias comes away with the rebound, though. Can't finish. And that one tipped away. Who's it going to be? Refs looking around. It's going to stay down here.
One. Yeah. Then you had a bang play down here. Now you get this one down here. So it's evened out now. But it's like what you said earlier. You're going to hook them a few times on the offense end. You don't want to do it too much. The ref is already giving you a little leeway. They finally got with that offensive foul on this end. But now you need to see New Hampstead execute. And, oh, my gosh, that's nice.
That's a beautiful play and pass. But Zion Griffin can't finish there down low.
If I'm coach, I'm livid. I mean, you got the shot that you wanted. He was able to split. He split the defense on that pass, make a slip, and get an easy layup. And he just misses the layup.
And that would have cut it back within 6, like you said, or 5, excuse me. That would have been an absolutely gorgeous. That was an absolutely gorgeous play, and just couldn't finish there with the points. And you see him, the coach automatically coming out to talk to his guy and probably say, hey, you should have hit that one, but hey, forget about it. Let's move on from here. But let's hear from Geechie Rootz. Excuse me, we're actually going to keep it right here. My apologies. A halftime out here. So going to hear from Grainger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com. As we come out of the break here, PJ Zuko Cam Ursery here with you on the campus of the Benedictine Cadets. But as they face off against New Hampstead in the last game of the regular season for both these teams. And the Cadets leading this one 34-27, 4:30 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, a couple of missed opportunities for the Phoenix, but I mean, you're still in this game. You're down 7. That's better than 17, and that might be a charge.
Oh, and that, like you said, you have that offhand kind of stretched out and on the chest of the defender. And I'll tell you what, that was a great job by the defender, being there, being in position, and noticing that contact, drawing the charge.
Kind of pulled the chair on him. The chair on him a little bit, worked the ref a little bit, but I mean, they've been playing a little physical on the BC side, and now players are kind of settling in. That's a great pass.
Right, so with the pass down low to Oliver Hoffman, who hits for 2.
Yeah,
New Hampstead. Yeah, back within 5 after being down 17 points in the second quarter.
If you're BC, you have to get a bucket right here and stop the bleeding. They're coming back. They're only down 5 now. This is a ball game. You kind of been stagnant on the offense end as another turnover happens.
Big steal there by Zion Griffin. Yeomans comes away with it and now slows it up. Sets up the half-court offense here as he drives in. Oliver Hoffman down low by himself. The fans looking for a travel on that one.
I think he left it. I think he kept his foot down, so I don't know if that's a travel.
I'm not sure. Either way, I think the argument there from the ref maybe that he didn't have possession yet. Either way, Hoffman comes away with a 2 on the reverse layup. And now within 3, it's a one-possession game. Benedictine leading New Hampstead 34-31. 3:20 left to go here in the third. And this is Blackshear dribbling around, drives in. Not going to be a foul way before the layup. Let's calm down over there. Cadet Crazies. Not going to have that NBA 3-step continuation down the lane.
No, that wasn't happening.
So either way, Benedictine going to keep possession here, and another foul on Taranio Bias. I believe that's a few on him. Yep. So Got to watch out for that as we get later in the ball game here.
If you're BC, you're doing a little bit too much dribbling. If I'm you got to get an easy bucket. Run an offensive set. A little too much dribbling right
That'll
there.
steal split by
nice,
Blackshear. He retains
travel.
possession, drives in. That's going to be a travel.
You can't hop step and then take 2 steps. That's a travel.
Yep.
Easy call for the ref.
Like I said, picked up the dribble there a little early, had the hop step and then another step after.
Oh, that's a bad
But
pass.
that is steal by Blackshear. He makes up for it. Can he charge it? He goes in down the lane and hits the 2.
In case the ball don't lie.
Yeah, automatically makes up for it with the 2. And this Zion Griffin charges in, going into the lane. Rebound, Hoffman, blocked away by Bryant. Looking for someone to pass it to, calms it down and gets it over to Blackshear. The momentum switching sides so quickly in this ball game, but hey, that's why you love basketball, right? This is Mekhi Hampton drives in, tries the dunk, and doesn't come away with it. Out of bounds on Benedictine.
Hey, credit to Hoffman for trying to take that charge. It's what I said. If he's not there to take that charge, that's an easy dunk.
Yeah,
they're up 7. He does the dirty stuff. He doesn't care about being dunked on. And
right.
That's how I look at plays like that.
Yeah.
I don't look at the guy trying to dunk the ball. I look at the guy trying to take the charge to get dunked on.
Right.
And he saved the play. He saved 2 points right there. He's going to go out the game. He's injured.
Yeah. He was hitting the midsection there.
Yeah.
So he's going to take a breather. Here is we have Yeomans at the top, down by 5 now, pulls up at the free throw line, and that one off the back of the rim. Mekhi Hampton comes away with the ball in, trying to find someone to get it to. Neely comes screaming out of the backcourt, and brings it back over. And the fans looking for a double dribble there on Neely, not going to come away with it. So this is Blackshear here back at the top, passes it over to Bryant. Slowing it down now is Benedictine. And this, I think, is where they've been at their best in this ball game, when they can just get it over the half court and slow it down a little bit. And Blackshear hits the 2 as he drives in and finds some room.
He's came up. His dribble penetration is huge for BC right now. Nobody's been able to do that, this second half, but he's been able to, and he's came up big with, 4 straight points. He's been huge for them.
He has absolutely been huge for this Cadets basketball team, as he has a bunch of huge points here in the second half when they were kind of reeling there for a little bit. But a timeout by New Hampstead will come back after we hear from Geechie Rootz.
We are Joey and Naomi Shokes. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger Outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger Outlet in Pooler today, or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
And welcome back. ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of the Benedictine Cadets. With 1:37 to go left in the third quarter, Benedictine leading New Hampstead 38-31. The Phoenix with the basketball here. This is Yeomans. Going to be fouled, and was dribbling around trying to find his way out of the double team and kind of dribbled into the defender there. But either way, Benedictine going to come away with a foul. And New Hampstead going to retain possession here.
If you New Hampstead, you might want to get a bucket. You have to maintain this run. You want to get an easy bucket. And that hasn't been, that shot right there has not been working for them all game. It's shots like that, getting into the paint, getting to the free throw line, or getting an easy bucket at the rim. That's what's been working for them. Stop taking the mid-ranges, stop taking the threes unless you're wide open. No more of that. Get to the rack, get some easy finishes, and cut this deficit.
That's Jonah Kupik, able to come away with the rebound and the putback. Just kind of couldn't get his arms up at all to try and put it back, but comes away with the foul there. Misses the first free throw. He's got one more here for the Phoenix to try and get it back within 7. Jonah Kupik here from the free throw line hits the second one. So 38-32, a 6-point ball game. Always dangerous when you have to do math during these basketball games, but it's part of the job, right? So 1:22 left to go here in the third. Christian Neely pass it over the half court and tipped away and out of bounds by Zion Griffin there, as it was Hampton trying to find some room there on the sideline. Mackay Hampton will inbound it. Gets it back to him. No, Zion Griffin steals it. This is Daughtry coming down low and trying to finish down low. It doesn't. And a wild sequence of events there going for the free ball. Benedictine will keep possession here, as that was Geronimo Bias with the big leap down low, but not able to come down with the basketball.
We've seen that happen a couple of nights on fast breaks for the Phoenix, where they've been able to get to the cup but just kind of shoot the ball hard off the glass. Soft touch, find somebody in transition, maybe a transition three. But, I mean, you have to finish these fast break points. They're leaving a lot of, like I like to say, they're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Yeah, Christian Neely gets it back over the half court here for the Cadets. 1 minute to go now in the third. Neely drives in, finds a man down low. The dribble comes up with it and batted away as the shot missed. Foul there coming over the back on Mackay Hampton. That was Luke Kromenhoek with the missed shot down low. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 here as you have 6 fouls.
Now, can you hit these free throws? Can you hit these free throws to cut a deficit? Can you make it a 4-point game? You've missed free throws all game. Can you make these free throws? Make it 38-34. You got to feel good about yourself going into the fourth quarter, knowing you just down single digits.
Right, yeah, 6 fouls on Benedictine, getting New Hampstead into the bonus here. And this is going to be Jonah Kupik again from the free throw line. We just saw him go 1 of 2 from the line. So we'll see what he can do here with the 1-and-1. And this one rims in, finds its way to the bottom of the basket for Kupik.
It doesn't matter how you make them. You just need to make them at this point,
That's
because
it.
it's not going to show a rim in on the stat sheet. It's going to show, 1 point. So you got to make this free throw right here, cut it to 4. But that's a nice rebound, a nice hustle.
Ronnie Obias there with a rebound. Yeomans gets it over to Kupik, who takes the 3. The big man banks it in. Did he call it? I'm not sure.
He didn't call bank, but, hey, it counts on the stat sheet.
Right, either way.
It does.
New Hampstead within 2. 38-36.
Oh, wow.
They come away with a steal here. Loose ball coming all over the place. This is Yarborough with a finish. Not able to bring it down. Mackay Hampton contested the free throw.
Those fast break points again, just blowing layups again. You got to finish that. You finish that, it's a tie ball game. You work so hard. You got to execute these fast break points. You practice that every day at practice.
30 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
That's
this is
nice.
Yarborough able to hit. Daughtry able to hit down low. It's a tie ball game. A 17 lead at 17-point lead at 1 point for Benedictine. Now back to a tied game here at 38-38. 10 seconds to go here in the third. And that's going to be a charge.
Wow.
A charge on Blackshear. He thought for sure that was going to be a foul down low on the defender.
And credit to Phoenix, they stood in. They were down 30-13 with 1 minute and 25 seconds left. It is 38-38 with 8 seconds left in the third quarter. They could cut this. They could take the lead.
Yeah.
Going into the fourth quarter right now. Credit to them. They kind of silenced this BC crowd, especially if they could get a bucket right here. They definitely silenced this crowd.
5 seconds to go here in the third. This is Yeomans charging into the half court. And you got to get a shot off.
What? Shoot that. Look at coaches live it. You got to shoot that.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, even just not mindful, I guess, of the situation. You got to know how much time is left on the clock there, and no matter where you get it, either way, you got to be able to take that shot and put it up. Either way, we'll go into the fourth quarter tied up, a 17-point lead at 1 point in the second quarter, now tied at 38. We'll come back after this word from Cash and Carry here on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
5 seconds to go. This is Yarborough. Yarborough with a finish. Now, can you hit these free throws? Can you hit these free throws to cut a deficit? Can you make it a 4-point game? You have to finish that. You finish that, it's a tie ball game. You work so hard. You got to execute these fast break points. You practice that every day at practice. So you got to get a shot off. What?
Right, yeah, 6 fouls on Blackshear. He thought for sure that was going to be a foul down low on the defender. And welcome back, ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from Benedictine as the Cadets now tied up with New Hampstead 38-38. And this is Mackay Hampton coming away with a steal, contested by Sewell, but hits it on the layup. 40-38, the lead now for Benedictine. It wasn't tied for long. Sewell now charging in. You got to just go up with that. He looked for the pass there late.
You got to be upset. If you're the Phoenix coach right now, you have to be livid. How do you come out and you start the fourth quarter with 2 turnovers? 1 turnover that gives them a bucket and get an easy bucket at that, and they turn it over themselves. You have to be livid. You have to come out the timeout or at the end of the end of the third quarter and come with a good offensive play. You got to be livid if you're the Phoenix, the New Hampstead Phoenix coach.
And we'll see here. Still got a long quarter left to go. This is Yeoman's finding some room. Charges down low. Good strip there by Big Luke Cromenhawk as Yeoman's charged down low. It looked like he had a free path to the lane. Good job getting his hand in there and kicking and getting it away. But still New Hampstead retained possessions.
That's nice.
And a good hit there by Zion Griffin down low. Charge baseline.
Maybe got away with some NBA steps right there, but it was still nice. I'll take a bucket is a bucket. Got away with some NBA steps, but this is a big game. 40-40, 7 minutes left to go. This is what we came for, though.
Absolutely. Last game of the regular season for both teams. Last region game, region championship, de facto on the line. And a big foul there on New Hampstead. We'll see who was on there. Looks like it was on Daughtry. Tolan Daughtry with the foul. 4 fouls on the evening for Daughtry as well. So as we said, getting down to it here, a full quarter of play left, and one of your leading scorers for New Hampstead in foul trouble.
Well, in close games like this, you're going to see guys get in foul trouble now. It's the fourth quarter. It's 40 all, 40 up, however you want to say it. 6:58 left to go. You're going to see guys in foul trouble. But, I mean, again, if you're New Hampstead, you got to take advantage of this moment. BC has a couple of bench guys in to kind of get some of their starters some rest. BC hits a nice free throw to go up 1, but you got to take advantage of either Phoenix.
Mackay Hampton hits the free throw there, puts up Benedictine by 1, a steal away, but no. New Hampstead able to come back with it. Now Benedictine gets it back. Mackay Hampton brings it down low. No basket. I think he traveled. Oh, no, this is going to be a block. That's a moving screen.
Yeah, that was a moving screen. I think he was trying to push his teammate out the way, but instead, if he would have never stopped, it would have never happened. You just keep running. That's actually a good call by the ref. I actually respect that call.
Because that's a tough one, right?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah. This is Sewell. Passing it over to Taranio Bias, who makes a circuit catch that we've seen a few times in football, but then thrown away there by Sewell.
They need a time.
Thrown away again by Benedictine.
Wow.
This basketball is getting thrown all over the place.
I need a timeout. I might go on the court. Hey, I need a 30. We need a timeout because, I mean, it's not looking too well right now for both teams. A lot of turnovers, a lot of just throwing the ball away. It's not looking too well for either one of these teams.
41-40, Benedictine with the lead. New Hampstead gets the ball back after both teams doing their best to kind of throw away the basketball. And again, a steal there by Benedictine. This is Blackshear for 3. Wow. He banks it in. He banks it in. And takes it to
people they got to start calling bank on these shots. Right? That's a big-time shot.
And Chris Jones getting caught with his hand in the cookie jar there as he reached and he tried to get that thing out of there as fast as possible, but still made contact and a foul there on Jones. But
again, if you're the Phoenix, you turned over the ball for like the 4th or 5th time in the span of a minute and 48 seconds. You have to be upset. This is the fourth quarter. This is the region championship game for the regular season on the line. You cannot turn the ball, especially in the fourth quarter, coming out of the third quarter with the momentum. You got to get past
trying to find his way up across half court. Can't. Wow. Now thrown away. Benedictine gets the ball there. Yeah, Ricari Harrison, I believe. And that's a backcourt on Benedictine.
This is a bad basketball right now for both teams. You might need to call a timeout, regroup. Maybe, there it goes. There goes that timeout that they needed.
And we're going to see exactly that. The timeout there from Benedictine, and going to be a full timeout as well as we'll have a second here hear from a different couple of sponsors here from us here during the timeout. Benedictine calling it with a 44-40 lead. Let's hear from Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
Christian, after a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
Want to remind you, Grainger Honda, Savannah's only a now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com. Now we come back here with you on the campus of the Benedictine Cadets as they lead New Hampstead 44-40 with 5:54 left to go in the ballgame. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with it. ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Christian Neely trying to dribble it around, and Yeomans gets in his way, and going to be foul there on Yeomans there, Antoine Yeomans for the Phoenix. So that's just a matter of a guy, you got to give him a little bit more room.
Oh, yeah,
before
absolutely.
he just kind of hop in front.
Absolutely. You just can't cut him off. You got to give him some type of room. But if you're BC right here, you need a bucket to, Blackshear's been special this half. Let's see if he can maintain that.
He has been. Can't hit there, but Neely with the rebound. Doesn't come away with Blackshear with the rebound himself, and he hits with the foul.
He's my player of the game right now. This second half, he has actually legitimately carried them this second half. Big bucket after big bucket. We've seen the big three. We've seen tough layups. That tough finish right there, but he has about 10, maybe 12 points in just this second half.
Yeah.
He's been really special. He's playing really, really well.
And like you said, he's been huge in a situation where Benedictine was kind of reeling there to start the second half, and they absolutely needed someone to come up big for him. Blackshear has been that guy so far. He hits the latest two and can't finish there from the free throw line, but Neely gets the rebound over top of everybody and hits the two after that. Benedictine, after the tie up there at 40, have gone on an 8-0 run and lead this one 40-0.
And that was two steps. That was a long 2 steps.
That was a long 2 steps, but I actually think it was. I think it was okay.
It was
Euro
okay.
step there.
Absolutely.
Like you said, from the free throw line all the way to the rim. But either way, great move. You got to finish.
You got to finish. Hey, like my pops used to say, $1 million move, 1 cent finish.
There you go.
You got to finish it. You got to finish that, especially in this game, a high leverage moment like that. You have to finish
for sure.
Oh,
and this is Neely. No one down low for Alexander, and he misses the layup. He gets it, comes back up with it, and hits it for the and one. So that as a gift from the heavens, right?
Yeah.
You don't normally miss a wide open, semi-wide open layup. Yeah, you had a lot of hustle there from New Hampstead getting back in the play and contesting it a little bit, but you don't normally get that type of miss and then get to come right back with it. But Alexander does finishes a layup and the foul.
This has been a disaster fourth quarter for the Phoenix. I mean, you start off the fourth quarter with a turnover, they get a bucket, and then another turnover. I mean, you've had about 7 to 8 turnovers this quarter. It's been a disaster. And if you're the coach right now, what more can you do? You call your timeouts. You don't want to use all of them above. There's still 5 minutes left. It's still a ball game, but it's not looking good right now. A lot of momentum has been lost. You cut it to 40 all, and now it's an 11-point game.
Elijah Alexander, hits the free throw there to push it to 51-40 lead. And now New Hampstead, after fighting and clawing all the way back down by double digits. The Phoenix passing in here. Sewell finds Kupik there down low and hits the easy two there for Kupik. 4:51-2:42, 4:52 left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, you needed that one, but you're going to need a couple of turnovers and stops to get back in this ball game. That's a good timeout by BC.
Yeah, great passing there by Benedictine to break the press and get to the half court. And Coach going to come away with a timeout there. Coach Frank Williams here for the Cadets. And it's going to be another full timeout here, so we'll come back after we hear from Geechie Rootz here on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week.
Joey and Naomi shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger Outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger Outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
Welcome back in, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of the Benedictine Cadets. And the Cadets leading this fourth quarter here, 51-42. This was a 38-38 ball game coming into the fourth, and now have outscored the Phoenix 13-4, here in the fourth. And like you said, a lot of that credit to Thomas Blackshear and him being able to hit some huge shots down the stretch.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, and that a foul on Taranio Bias says it's just kind of let's be honest, we've kind of seen that a lot tonight, just the ball kind of being thrown up, and whoever can go up and get it. Bias tried to contest that one and comes away with the foul.
Well, if you're the Phoenix, you have to watch out for the foul count now. It's still 4 minutes left, and you're already at 5 fouls. 2 more fouls, and it's 1-1 for BC the rest of the way. I don't know if you want to do that if you're down 9 and it's looking like the momentum is going towards BC's way. You might just want to play straight up defense. You got to guard somebody. You just can't foul the rest of this half.
Christian Neely with a pass down low to Alexander. Can't hit. Comes away with the rebound, but squirts away. Taranio Bias now. Blocked by Neely. Huge block by Neely. The Phoenix get possession, and the Cadets knock it away again. New Hampstead will retain possession here, but my goodness, the recovery and the block by Christian Neely.
You needed that recovery and that block. He just saved 2 points. It's a 9-point game. That could have been a 7-point game. He may have saved the possession. We'll see right here if they can execute, though.
And this is Kupik too short there on the 3-point try. 4:15 to go in the ball game, and a 9-point lead here for the Cadets is Christian Neely again. Now, you talk about Blackshear, how huge he's been in the second half. There's a pass by Neely, blocks down low by Kupik, but New Hampstead can't get a hold of it before it bounces out of bounds. I was going to say there, Blackshear's been huge, especially in the second half. Christian Neely has been right there too, with his ball handling and the way he's been able to recover defensively, hit some big shots as well. He's been really solid throughout the whole game here for Benedictine.
Oh, absolutely. Without him, this isn't a ball game. He's been their floor general.
Mackay Hampton for 3, misses that one. And Sewell comes away with a rebound here for New Hampstead. Tipped away by Neely. Can't recover before it goes out of bounds again. But, man, absolutely getting after the basketball right now.
He has been playing spectacular. I mean, he's been their floor general. He spearheaded this defense. You're bringing people do not understand how hard it is to bring the ball up the court and then be the spearhead of the defense. That exerts a lot of energy. I mean, he's putting points up, assists, rebounds, blocks. He's done it all tonight.
Antoine Yeomans gets it over to Sewell here for New Hampstead. Pass down low to Kupik.
Nice
hits
run.
And one.
It's been that kind of game. Now they're going on their run. It's been the kind of a seesaw type of battle where BC goes on, 11-2 run. Now they're about to go on their run if he can hit a free throw. I mean, I'm hoping for a close game. I don't know about you, PJ Zuko, but I'm hoping for a close game.
Absolutely. I think we'll most likely see that happen here as New Hampstead trying to pick up some steam. Now down 7, could cut it to 6 here with the Kupik from the free throw line, but we've seen him kind of go 1-1. Only one free throw for him here, and he hits it. Absolutely drains it. 51-45, 3:45 to go in the ball game, and Benedictine 6 points the lead here over New Hampstead. Blackshear getting it across half court. This is Neely. Neely with the floater, can't hit. New Hampstead comes away with possession. This is Yeomans trying to find some room. Passes it up to Zion Griffin. Griffin charging in down low, not able to hit, but Kupik finishes with the rebound.
Imagine if they didn't call the timeout right there.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
For sure, the throwaway by Benedictine certainly would have happened, but either way, Jeff Williams comes away with a timeout. Coach Williams for New Hampstead, and it is another full. So we'll come back after we hear this word from Cash and Carry.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Back here with the ESPN's Coastal High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of the Benedictine Cadets. The Cadets leading New Hampstead 51-47, but the Phoenix charging back into this one, now only down by 4 after being down by 11 just a few minutes ago. 51-47, 3:19 left to go in the ball game, and Benedictine with the ball here. Double teamed is Neely.
Wow.
Throws it away. Peranio Bias back over to Sewell. Sewell for 3. Hits it from the corner.
Hey, look at the change of events. Now they're on their own run. This is a seesaw battle. Credit to both teams. They really want this, obviously. I mean, both teams are scratching and clawing for this W.
This is Neely. Pass down low to Makai Hampton. Hampton with a little hook shot, and he's able to hit it.
They get the ball
back
down
up
low.
by
They're
3.
unstoppable when they get the ball down low.
That's true. Kupik blocked by Hampton. Chris Jones comes away with it, charging back down low with a hop step, the floater in the lane, and he hits it.
Whoa, that is a travel. That's a bad call. I mean, you see New Hampstead, the coach is livid over there. That might be the worst call of the game, and that changes the game. That goes from a turnover being a 3-point game in this New Hampstead's ball to and one, and you give them the continuation.
Yeah.
That's a bad call.
Yeah, that's tough. I think a lot of people looking for the travel there. And, I mean, you had the hop step, and if it was just that would have been fine. But you had the one little step before that that obviously you can't do. The hop step's got to be that perfect 2-foot landing and then back up.
Oh, man.
So 56-50 here, Benedictine.
That hurts right there.
Ronnie Bias back over to Sewell here on the right side. Kupik up top now, back over to Bias. Bias down low to Kupik. He misses it.
Wow. He has to catch that one. And I like the formula that New Hampstead is going with. You don't have to shoot the 3 to get back in this game. It's still 6 points. It's just 6 points with 2 minutes left. You got a lot of time left. Get to the right. That was a perfectly drawn up play. They just didn't execute it.
Like you said, just the pass a couple inches maybe out front. Kupik with the outstretched arm, not able to come away with it. Blackshear now at the top
now
for Benedictine.
Run some clock off now.
Run that clock, run your offense, slow things down. Hampton driving down low, and that one almost out, but dribbles right back in and hits. 58-50 the lead now for Benedictine as they push it back up to 8. Tipped out of bounds by Benedictine, and New Hampstead will retain possession here.
That bad call, it changes the game. That changed the game. They're still down 8 with about a minute and 50 left. Still time to come back, but that changes the game. That could hurt momentum for a team.
Yeomans from the top hits the 3. Huge shot by Yeomans. We haven't seen him hit a 3 all night. I don't think we've seen him shoot a 3 all night, but he hits that one in clutch time here. Blackshear dribbles it away. Zion Griffin now dribbling down. Taranio Bias wide open in the corner. He hits again.
Wow. Look at that turn of events. They just won't go away. They won't go away.
They won't. Now down by 2. 1:20 left to go in the ball game. Hampton, that going to be a block.
My goodness. Oh, wow. That's a bad call. I mean, he was there the entire time before he got there. I understand the upset part of if you're New Hampstead. I understand being upset. That's 2 bad calls in a row. You just don't like seeing the kids get cheating out like that. Those are 2 really bad calls. Especially if you're New Hampstead right now, you have to be livid.
I know those block charges can kind of go either way, but that one was tough. Like you said, looked like he had a position. Either way, Hampton, though, comes back with the free throws, and he's able to hit. If you're Hampton, that's all you can do. I mean, that's the thing. If you're New Hampstead, now you got to be able to recover. And Benedictine and Hampton push it back up to 3 here and can push it to 4 with this free throw, but he misses. Still a one-possession game for both these teams. New Hampstead trailing now 59-56. Geronimo Bias drives in baseline. Trying to find some room, dribbles it back out in the corner. Wide open is Zion Griffin. That one goes all around the rim and bounces out.
This gym would have went crazy if he hits that shot. But I think it's a one-on-one situation. Yep, it's a one-on-one situation now. They're going to the other end to shoot some free throws. These are big-time free throws.
Who's that foul on there? As it's going to be a 1-and-1 here. Didn't see who the foul was on, though. As, you know, you have a lot of these players for New Hampstead, I think 2 or 3 now in some foul trouble. So definitely got to keep track of who's in, who's out of this one. Speaking of which, one of the most notable players of the game here so far for New Hampstead has been Daughtry, and we've seen him on the bench here for a while.
Oh, whoa. Oh, this is that's bad reference. That's a 1-and-1. That's 1-and-1. I don't know what this is the second time this has happened. This is the second time. I did not understand
fouls.
it.
We see 8 fouls on the scoreboard. So I believe that should have been a 1-on-1 either way. Yeah, again, free throw made. And now a 60-56.
That's ridiculous.
Game for Benedictine with the lead here. 55 seconds to go. This is Yeomans. Geronimo Bias now at the top. Got to find some points here if you're New Hampstead, and if not, you got to start fouling, I believe. Yeomans down to Kupik. Kupik down low. Are they going to say traveled?
Wow. I do not agree with that. I don't think that's a travel. He didn't take 2 steps. He catches the ball. He gathers. The guy jumps. If anything, that's an and 1.
I thought for sure that was going to be a foul.
Yeah. I'm for sure thinking that's a foul. It's bad officiating tonight. Bad officiating definitely in this fourth quarter by this crew right here.
And blocked there by Kupik. Kupik back with it. But Alexander turns and hits the 2 and pushes the lead back to 6. 32 seconds left to go here in the ball game. And Benedictine finds themselves up here now 62-56. We'll be back here with you when we hear from Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings one more time.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
Back here with you, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of the Benedictine Cadets. Cadets leading this one 62-56 over New Hampstead with 32 seconds left to go here in the ball game. New Hampstead has the ball. And we're talking about it during the break. We've certainly seen some questionable calls here without a doubt, especially coming down the stretch. You hate to see that affect the game. But if you're New Hampstead, you're down by 6, you still have 30 seconds. You got to put that behind you and score some points here. Zion Griffin pulls up for 3. He was right inside the three-point line, and that's going to be an air ball. And a foul now by Geronimo Bias and New Hampstead.
Let me say one thing about both teams. Credit to both teams. BC allowed New Hampstead to go on their personal run. New Hampstead was down at most of 17. They fought back to make this just a really good game. I mean, they took the lead at some point at the end of the third quarter. Credit to both teams. Somebody had to win. This is not the NFL where we tie and we go, 18-9-1. No, somebody has to win the game. BC wins this game tonight. I don't think New Hampstead has 8 points or 20 seconds in them. But still, credit to both teams. They played great. And I would like to see both these teams, they're in the region championship?
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
We'll see if we do. Christian Neely hits both free throws there, the most important time of the night. This is Kupik. Kupik back over to Sewell, now to Yeomans. Yeomans gets down to Zion Griffin, who shoots for 3 and hits that one. 64-59. And Benedictine gets it back in the ball. Chris Jones now passes it up and dribbles it out for the Cadets. It was a hard-fought battle. It was back and forth. Both teams were scratching and clawing New Hampstead would not go away for the longest time. But at the end of it, in the final few minutes, Benedictine and the Cadets able to pull away and win this one 64-59 over New Hampstead and win the regular season region championship with two very close, hard-fought battles against New Hampstead over the course of this regular season. I would not be surprised if we see them in the region championship and in the region tournament together there next week. But, man, as for tonight, what an insane game. What about, I mean, we saw frantic possessions, just throwing the ball all over the place, throwing the ball away, quite frankly, quite a bit. Some very questionable fouls, of course, by the officiating, which I know people have talked about and we have heard from heard about there as well as the game winded down for sure. And you all heard our opinions on that. But at the end of the day, hard-fought battle by both these teams. New Hampstead, like you said, credit to them, down by 17 at one point, down then by 11 points in the fourth quarter as well. They come back, make it a 5-point game, but Benedictine, Thomas Blackshear, Christian Neely coming up with some big points there late too. They salted away and get the win.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, one thing, credit to this crowd from both sides. The Benedictine Cadets, they're the cadet crazies, what everybody calls them. They were great tonight, but both crowds, I mean, New Hampstead's crowd, they showed out. They came out and just supported their team. Credit to both crowds. But if you're BC, I mean, it's so awesome to win a championship in general on your court, whether it's region regular season championship, a tournament championship. It's cool to win it, especially on your home court against a team that you've already kind of went into overtime this year and had a seesaw battle with already. And you come in here, you have a seesaw battle with them again. You're up 17. You kind of blow the lead, let them come back, and then you finish the rest of the game off on kind of your own personal run. And you just kind of seize control of the game where it's hard. It's hard to maintain consistency throughout the game. And they were just kind of up and down, but they won this game tonight. You're going to be the number one team in your regional bracket. And it always feels good. Tell me if I'm right or wrong to feel, number one in your bracket.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, it always feels good.
So, yeah, absolutely. And we'll see how they both fare here in these region tournament games coming up next week, and certainly looking forward to that. But as for the regular season, Benedictine wins the regular season region championship with a 64-59 victory over New Hampstead. Have some points here with this. We have Kevin Thomas doing the radio call here this evening. So awesome for him to be able to be here, and obviously give some stats here at the end of the game as well. But Mackay Hampton comes away with 10 for Benedictine. You had Layden Bryant with 4. The leading scorer for the Cadets, though, Christian Neely with 18, as we said, kind of all game, was able to lead this Benedictine basketball team kind of whenever you needed something. It seemed like he was there throughout the ball game. Caleb Jones, after having 11 there in the first half, finishes with 14. Thomas Blackshear, 7 points in the second half. Huge second half for him. Those were big 7 points and 11 to finish the game with. But Thomas Blackshear was a big part of this second half, not only showing up on the scoreboard there with 11, but obviously the passes, the hustle plays, the defensive plays he was able to have on the night as well. You have Elijah Anderson with 6 and Josh Page with 1, for the Benedictine Cadets here at the end of this one. For New Hampstead, you have Darian Sewell with 10 on the night. Zion Griffin with 9, Jonah Kopik with 12. Leading scorer was Oliver Hoffman with 13 there for the New Hampstead Phoenix, and Tolan Daughtry with 9. Geronimo Bias had 3 of his own, and Antoine Yeomans had 3 there as well. But one guy to talk about there, Tolan Daughtry, 9 points on the night, and you got to think 4 fouls there with about 5-6 minutes left to go in the ball game. If he was able to finish out the game, maybe how different this game would have gone there in the final minutes. Either way, huge game for both these teams. Had some stars show out tonight for sure. But at the end of the day, I think it comes down to 2 guys, right? Christian Neely with his leading scoring, or Thomas Blackshear with his big impact there on the second half. In your opinion, who's the player of the game?
This is really tough because, like I said, without Neely, they don't win this game. But without Blackshear, they don't make that. They don't stay in the game in the second half. You saw New Hampstead going their own personal round in that second half, and it looked like it was getting away. But every time BC stopped the bleeding, you saw Blackshear score a nice bucket. You saw him get an easy layup. get the and one layup. You saw him hit the bake three. You saw him make hustle plays and keep the ball in play for the team on offense. So I would go Blackshear. I mean, Neely, he controlled the game the entire game. He was their floor general, as I would say. But, I mean, he spearheaded their defense, and he did a lot of things. But I look at guys where I look at moments, and in moments, Blackshear showed up the most where you kept your team alive when they needed you to do that the most. And he came off the bench doing it tonight.
Yeah.
So that's why I definitely give him my player of the game. It's hard to come off the bench and be, an impact player come off the bench, because normally starters get those minutes. You come off the bench, you impact the game the way you did. You got to love that.
Yeah, a huge impact on the night was Blackshear. And like you said, being able to come up when the team needed it most. You stopped the bleeding after the 17-point run there, but which wasn't a total 17-point run. But New Hampstead obviously comes back from 17 down, and who do you go to? Who comes up with some of those big plays? You had the bank in three. You had a couple and ones from Blackshear. He just came out absolutely huge tonight, but certainly both those guys, Christian Neely, Thomas Blackshear, and several other guys from Benedictine obviously made a big impact, able to come away with the win and the region championship here for the regular season for the Benedictine Cadets. For Cam Ursery, I am PJ Zuko. This has been ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. This is the last week of the regular season for both these teams and for us as well. So I want to thank you for watching and listening here all throughout the regular season on ESPNCoastal.com or wherever you might be watching. So appreciate that as well. Going to hear our final words from our sponsors one more time before we let you go here fully this evening after the Benedictine Cadets win this one 64-59. Grainger Honda, want to thank them. Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening and weekend. Stay safe. God bless.
Joey and Naomi shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.